Hello viewers, welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are: Indian Railways gears up for its expansion plans in northeast. Union Home Minister takes stock of flood situation in Assam. Soringshon Zimik, a rising Tangkhul theatre artist from Manipur. And Meghalaya village promotes itself as eco-friendly destination to attract tourists. Tripura's capital Agartala has now reserved a place in the broad gauge map of India as the much-awaited Agartala-Delhi broad gauge passenger rail service was inaugurated by the Indian Rail Minister Suresh Prabhu from Agartala recently, in presence of his Bangladeshi counterpart Mohammad Muzibul Haq. Here's a report.
After a long wait of 67 years and agitation for railway services, Tripura finally entered the broad-gauged railway map of the country, with Union Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu inaugurating the Agartala-New Delhi Tripura Sundari Express. The much-awaited weekly passenger train would run between Agartala and Anand Vihar station of Delhi, covering a distance of around 2,480 kilometers in 47 hours. With the launch of the passenger train, the mountainous border state of Tripura has now been connected with the national capital via Guwahati, Assam's main city, which is about 600 kilometers from Agartala.
To bring in these two friends even closer to one another to benefit from each other's connectivity. So this is part of a trans-Asian railway network, and I'm sure in the next few years' time we'll be able to connect more. In fact, we just discussed, we are also finding out how we can have a small little connectivity that is missing to bring this part of India connecting directly to Chittagong. As you know, Chittagong is one of the most natural port of the world. This is the most important center and hub of trade and commerce, as it has been always. Just imagine an entire northeast, which is now today landlocked, gets connected to the port through Chittagong, how much benefit it will bring to this region as well as to Bangladesh. And we don't want to do anything which will not be in the interest of both the countries. We don't want to say that should benefit me more, but it should benefit both in equal measure so that the beneficial relationship can continue to thrive in the years to come. So we are working on it. I am also thinking about finding onto that link between Bilonia and Feni.
Thousands of people gathered to witness the historic launch of the broad-gauge railway link. This railway connectivity is the lifeline for millions in Tripura, Western Manipur and Mizoram besides southern Assam.
पहले तो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम लोगों को आता था कनेक्टिविटी का, खासकर हम जैसे लोग जो बाहर से आए हुए हैं, जैसे बिहार हुआ, यूपी हो गया, तो उनको अपने घर जाने के लिए एक ही माध्यम था, वो था बाय एयर, जो ज़्यादा कॉस्टली भी होता था. अब ये ट्रेन खुलने से ये हो गया कि अब इजी कनेक्टिविटी हो गया, लोग आसानी से आ जा सकते हैं. और दूसरा चीज़ है, अब पॉकेट पे वजन थोड़ा कम पड़ेगा.
यहाँ पर जो आने जाने का जो मार्ग, जो दिक्कत प्रॉब्लम था, बहुत ही प्रॉब्लम था. कभी आ सकते कभी नहीं आ सकते, बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता था. क्यों बस रूट बंद हो जाता था, कभी एक दिन में रहना पड़ जाता था, ऐसा हो जाता था. गाड़ी मिस भी हो जाती थी. इससे पकड़ लीजिए, यहाँ से अगर हम लोग को गुवाहाटी से पकड़ना पड़ता था, तो यहाँ से बस अगर बंद हो गया तो हम लोग को वो गाड़ी भी छूट जाती थी. अभी तो ये चालू हो गया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, और सरकार से निवेदन है कि ये गाड़ी और चलाए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है.
The new train will stop at Ambasa, Dharamnagar, Karimganj, Badarpur, New Haflong, Lamding, Jagi Road, Guwahati, New Bongaigaon, New Jalpaiguri, Katihar, Barauni, Patliputra Junction, Mughal Sarai, Allahabad and Kanpur Central. A foundation stone for the 15-kilometer railway between India and Bangladesh link was also laid by Suresh Prabhu in the presence of state dignitaries. It is worth mentioning that India will fund the 15-kilometer international rail project between India and Bangladesh that will be constructed at a cost of Rs 580 crores. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during his visit to Dhaka in June last year, has laid the foundation stone to construct a bridge over Feni River adjoining Sabroom to connect the town with Bangladesh's hill town Khagrachari. Such development will open another railway link between the two neighbours after the existing Kolkata-Dhaka and proposed Agartala-Akhora rail links.
It's not only Tripura, the Indian Railways has mega expansion plans to improve connectivity and infrastructure in other northeastern states. The Railway Minister launched 2 different projects in Manipur and Nagaland recently. Take a look.
The Indian Railways took another step towards bettering connectivity in the northeast and improving rail infrastructure. Union Minister for Railways Suresh Prabhu recently laid the foundation stone of Imphal railway station in the presence of Chief Minister Ikrom Singh. Prabhu also announced the commencement of works on the country's longest tunnel on the Jirbam-Tupul-Imphal New Broad Gauge railway line in Manipur. The Railway Board has sanctioned Rs 1,397 crores from the project. The Union Minister also stressed upon the Trans-Asia Railway Network connectivity through this initiative. It will open new gateway for trade and better connectivity.
This is part of a Trans-Asian Railway Network that we are trying to develop. As you know, India is part signatory to this overall agreement for development of Trans-Asian Railway Network. Once we bring it as to the border of Myanmar is also trying to take steps to do that. So then we'll get connected to Southeast Asia. There's already a connectivity between Southeast Asia and East Asia. So we'll actually get connected completely. Then if you really look at it, this will also help us to connect to Central Asia over a period of time, not just disconnected but overall. So Asia will become one continent through connectivity. ASEM, which is a UN body, which is also working on this overall connectivity of the entire Asian continent.
Manipur Chief Minister Ibope Singh expressed his satisfaction over improving rail connectivity in the region. He requested the centre to consider extending the railway line to Moreh from Imphal.
Today, when Suresh Prabhuji was attended here, laying foundation of this Imphal rail station and longest tunnel here, if you could kindly lay the foundation stone as a new gift to the people of Manipur, extension line from Imphal to Moreh. If it is not extended from Imphal to Moreh border town, international border town of Moreh, the Honorable Prime Minister's dream for achieving at its will not fulfill, I hope.
The Railways Minister also laid a foundation stone of Dhansari, Dimapur-Zubzar broad gauge railway line at Dimapur railway station. The new development will fulfill the long-cherished dream of the locals by connecting Kohima to Delhi. Chief Minister T.R. Zeliang termed the day a red letter day in the history of Nagaland, as the railway project would connect the commercial hub of Dimapur with Kohima. Nagaland Governor P.B. Acharya and other state dignitaries were also present during the ceremony.
The present Prime Minister is very keen to implement all the projects which is concerning the connectivity towards Southeast Asian country. So this is one of the important points where we can implement the Look East or Act East policy on the ground. Finally, I appeal to the people of Nagaland, especially the landowners along the new railway line, to cooperate with the state government, North-East Frontier Railway, Railway Board, and also assist and facilitate the contractors and their work.
Improving rail and road connectivity will bring an economic change in the northeast and will boost connectivity towards the mainland India as well as Southeast Asia.
Floods have wreaked havoc in various northeastern states, especially Assam, crippling normal life and causing massive damage to infrastructure, including roads and bridges, and affecting wildlife. Many districts and villages have been submerged due to incessant rain in the region. Left with no other option, the people have taken shelter in nearly 600 relief camps. We bring you a report. Floods have ravaged the northeastern part of India, especially Assam, affecting over 19 lakh people in 23 districts. The flood situation in Assam continues to be critical as heavy rains have inundated several areas.
इस साल में असम का बाढ़ बहुत खतरनाक हुई है। हर जिले में ये स्प्रेड हुआ है। ब्रह्मपुत्र बहुत बढ़ रही है, ऊपर उषा में चल रही है, इसलिए हमारा नॉर्दर्न बैंक का तो हालत बहुत बुरी है, क्योंकि भूटान से पानी निकल आती है तो इरोशन ज़्यादा हो जाता है। तो इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करके हमारा असम का जो माननीय जो मुख्यमंत्री, इन्होंने हमको डायरेक्शन दिया है अपना अपना समष्टि में जाने के लिए। हर विधायक और विधायिका इन लोगों को ये इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है, रिक्वेस्ट किया है अपना अपना जगह में जाके ये उपलब्ध करो।
The rise in the water level of Brahmaputra river has further worsened the situation. The most affected districts are Lakhimpur, Golaghat, Jorhat, Bongaigaon, Dhemaji, Borpeta, Goalpara, Dhubri, Darang, Morigaon, Sonitpur, Nalbari, Shivsagar, Kokrajhar, Dibrugarh, Tinsukia, Vishwanath Chariali, Kamrup Metropolitan, Chirang, Nagaon, Kamrup and South Kamrup. People in Assam have suffered huge losses due to the floods. The floods have severely affected the wildlife as well. At least 13 rare one-horned rhinos have drowned in the last 10 days, as 80% of Kaziranga National Park, home to 2/3 of world's one-horned rhino population, is submerged underwater. Most of the rhinos are calves in the age group of 3 months to 1 year. Many of them have been rescued.
We have lost 4 rhino cubs and more than 15 plus hog deers lost their life, and we rescued some 42 hog deers. They are student organizations, NGOs, people from the eco-development committees and village defense parties. They are participating wholeheartedly in the rescue operations, in managing traffic.
Even in Garo Hills of Meghalaya, the situation has worsened as rivers are flowing above the danger level.
ये फ्लड हर साल आता है, तो सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट बात ये है, ये हम लोग का मांग नहीं है, पहले का मांग था और गवर्नमेंट ने एश्योर भी दिया था हम लोगों को कि हम लोगों को एक बांध इम्बैंकमेंट देगा। अगर वो बांध इम्बैंकमेंट होता, हम लोगों का यहाँ जितना प्लेन बेल्ट का आदमी है, हम लोगों का ये मुसीबत झेलना नहीं पड़ेगा।
However, adhering to the need to resolve the decade-long issue of flood and to take stock of the flood situation in Assam, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh, accompanied by the Chief Minister of Assam, Sarbananda Sonowal, along with Jitendra Singh, recently conducted an aerial survey of the worst-hit districts of Nagaon, Morigaon and Kaziranga. He also met the family members of those affected by the floods of the Bhagatgaon relief camp in Morigaon district. Later, the Union Home Minister also chaired a high-level meeting with the CM and senior officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs and state government to review the flood rescue and relief operations.
36-37 लाख जनता प्रभावित, एनडीआरएफ की टीम समय से यहाँ पहुंची है और इस समय एनडीआरएफ की 60 नौकाएं लोगों की जिंदगी को बचाने में लगी हुई हैं। मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं एनडीआरएफ, एसडीआरएफ और सेना के जवानों को, जिन्होंने बहुत तत्परता के साथ काम किया है और जो मुझे जानकारी दी गई है, लगभग 6000 से अधिक लोगों की जान बचाने में उन्हें कामयाबी हासिल हुई।
The state government has announced ₹4 lakh as compensation to the victims of Assam floods. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
Tripura has been facing severe fuel crisis as the state remains cut off with the rest of the country due to heavy rains. As petrol price hits ₹300 per litre, many schools in Agartala fails to fly buses to pick up students and were compelled to suspend the classes. People are also facing severe scarcity of cooking gas due to major shortfall in the supply because of bad road connectivity.
भारतीय विद्या भवन another school also, they are also facing same problem. And as for example, another school, some other school, they declare holiday for 3 days. Until unless the fuel problem is solved, the school will remain closed.
Security forces apprehended 4 cadres of National Democratic Front of Bodoland, Songbajit faction from Odang Bazar area under Bishmuri police outpost in Kokrajhar. A joint operation was launched by personnel of Chirang police and the army in the Amgori area that led to the arrest of 4 militants. 2 pistols, 1.32 revolver, 1 AK type gun, 7 live rounds, 2 hand grenades, 3 mobile handsets and extortion note were recovered from them. The arrested cadres were involved with extortion-like activities in the area besides making link with senior leaders of the banned anti-FBS organization in Myanmar. As Assam is reeling under severe floods affecting lakhs of people, a group of 7 public sector oil firms has contributed Rs 15 crore to Chief Minister's Relief Fund. The companies include Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation, Oil India Limited, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and others. Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Dharmendra Pradhan, took a special initiative under the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to mobilize the oil companies to contribute to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund.
Hi, Aji, ONGC, Oil India, NRL, BPCL, SPCL, IOC, GAIL, তেখেতসকলে আজি বৰ্তমান বান বিধ্বস্ত ক্ষতিগ্ৰস্ত ৰাইজৰ সাহায্যতে 15 কোটি টকা তেখেতসকলে চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ ৰিলিফ ফাণ্ডলৈ আগবঢ়াইছে। মই তেখেতসকলৰ প্ৰতি কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছো। এই পইচা সৎব্যৱহাৰ হ'ব আৰু ক্ষতিগ্ৰস্ত ৰাইজৰ স্বাৰ্থত প্ৰতিটো পইচা ব্যৱহাৰ হ'ব।
Recently, Bangladesh's Minister of State, Post and Telecommunications, Tarana Halim, attended a cultural program organized by the Bangladesh Deputy High Commission Office at Tripura capital, Agartala. The Bangladesh minister, also a renowned actress, was at Delhi for effective cooperation between the 2 nations in the telecom sector, after which she graced the cultural event in Agartala. While addressing at the event, Tarana expressed that Bangladesh has a very big telecom market in which India can do business, and besides that, there's also scope for both the nations to work in the cyber security, as growing terrorism is a common threat for both nations. The event was attended by Tripura Food and Civil Supplies Minister Bhanulal Saha and state dignitaries.
সাংস্কৃতিক বিপ্লব যত বৃহৎ হবে, জঙ্গিবাদকে, মৌলবাদকে আমরা তত দ্রুত আমরা প্রবল পরাক্রমশালী হয়ে রুখতে সক্ষম হব এবং এই ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের সকল দেশকে একসঙ্গে কাজ করতে হবে এবং সেখানে সংস্কৃতি আমাদের হাতিয়ার।
In an endeavour to preserve the rich theatre tradition of Manipur, which is gradually losing its sheen, the theatrical societies in the state have taken up the challenge to revive the theatre. Today we introduce you to the first Tangkhul Naga theatre artist in Manipur who had won many hearts with her exhilarating performances. Take a look. Manipuri theatre is incomplete without the tribals. The physical involvement and participation in theatrical enterprises or movement is unmatchable. 26-year-old Sorinchon Zimik from Ukhrul district is the first emerging Tangkhul Naga theatre artist in Manipur. Sorinchon started her career with singing gospel songs in local churches of her village and the nearby region. After working hard for years, Sorinchon got her first major break in the S. Thanil Lema's Khengjong Glang Theatre Group during a 45-day workshop conducted in Ringwi village of Manipur. Under the sponsorship of the National School of Drama, New Delhi, she had been a part of the theatre workshop for 4 consecutive times.
하이디 ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯦꯇꯔꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯆꯪꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯜꯆꯔꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯁꯇꯗꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯠ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯗ ꯄꯤꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯊꯨꯡꯍꯟꯕꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯏꯄꯥꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯃꯤꯟꯁ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯥꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯐꯤꯖꯤꯀꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯥꯔꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯉꯝꯃꯣꯏ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯆꯤꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯏꯃꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯋꯥꯠꯄ ꯈꯣꯠꯄ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯁꯨ ꯐꯪꯉꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯆꯪꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯅꯤꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯋꯥꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯞꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯋꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯅꯨ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯄꯥꯝꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯁꯅꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯜꯂꯦ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯩꯔꯥ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡꯗꯁꯨ ꯄꯄꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯄꯦꯟꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯛꯑꯦ.
Sorinjong's recent debut solo play titled Rose in Imphal had won accolades for her. The show was presented by Soraran Repertory Theatre based in Imphal. A village in Meghalaya's West Garo Hills is promoting itself as an eco-friendly destination to attract both domestic and foreign tourists. Have a look.
Tucked away in the lap of nature and accompanied by the beautiful landscapes, rugged terrains and a dense forest, this is Aminda Rangsa village. Located about 25 kilometers from Tura, this pristine, clean and green destination is a perfect getaway for tourists. The villagers are making a diligent effort to ensure cleanliness in the village to portray it as a tourist attraction. In 2011, the village bagged the Nirmal Gram Puraskar that motivated the villagers to come together to emulate Mauling Long village of East Khasi Hills, which has left a mark as the Asia's cleanest village. In an endeavor to create an identity of their own, the villagers are also working to set up a heritage museum. Not only this, a wood and stone carving artist, Hando Marak, is also giving shape to a park at Aminda Rangsa.
Ya biap na pati aru dapat pa biap ko singa muksungani donga jera kore model village ya ko rakna ni me singa muksungani rang gedang ya karbing rang ko dakke aro stone karbing rang ko dakke mina jera ko phale sainga aro gupen biap rang siba contract dakke rang baskuba kam kana ko khainga una gre banga sungthang na ba contract dakke mina angni meberang ko nenga.
People from other parts of Garo Hills also visit the village to buy Marak's specially designed stone and wood crafts. Aminda Rangsa village and its inhabitants are truly an inspiration to keep the environment clean for a healthier life.
Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala, signing off. Goodbye and take care.